Hey guys, I want to take a quick minute and answer a common question that I get often about Plexus ProBio5. And the question is, hey Rachel, why are you so certain that ProBio5 is that much better than a regular probiotic that I can get at the pharmacy or even one I pay a lot more for at a health food store or from XYZ? So first, the question I want to answer is, what does a typical probiotic do? Most probiotics work to overcrowd the bad bacteria, yeast, fungus, gunk in your body with good. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. What feeds that bad bacteria are the things that we eat and the things around us in our environment. So even somebody that eats very healthy, unless they are always eating organic, never going to a restaurant, never eating sugar, never eating pasta, never eating bread, most likely they're ingesting something that is feeding that bad bacteria. The air we breathe, the toxins, all sorts of stuff. If you're somebody that doesn't eat as perfectly healthy, then you most definitely are feeding that bad bacteria with those things I mentioned, like pastas, bread, sugars, pesticides, hormones in our meats, all sorts of things. So we're feeding this bad bacteria, and the probiotic works to overcrowd the bad with the good. The problem is that bad bacteria and the yeast in our body is very difficult to kill. It has a shell, without getting too technical, it has a shell surrounding it that's very hard to penetrate. So that's why if you go to like a very holistic doctor or to someone, you talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about when it comes to yeast and bacteria. There's something called candida. It's basically the term for yeast overgrowth in your body. And they will tell you in order to deal with that, you have to go on a very, very strict diet that cuts out all of those things because that yeast is so hard to kill because of that outer shell. That outer shell, by the way, is the same thing that's the outer shell of a roach. So that crunchy shell of a roach is the same material that's the outer shell of yeast. Obviously, it's thinner because it's inside your body. It's a smaller organism, but it's very difficult to penetrate. So what is happening is unless you go on those diets, you are feeding the bad and you're trying to overcrowd it with the good. And it's just not a winning battle. It's very difficult to win that battle. So what makes ProBio5 so different is it does have culture forming units, but it also has it has 5 different actually healthy strands of culture forming units. So 5 different healthy probiotics. And then it also has something called it's a protein enzyme blend. I could give you all the ingredients, but you can look at the label. Let me know if you want it. Basically that protein enzyme blend works to break down that crunchy outer shell of the yeast so that then your body is able to get rid of that bad bacteria and yeast, and then it's replenished with the healthy probiotics in ProBio5. There are also ingredients that work as an antifungal and ingredients that work to soothe your digestive system and increase gut flora. So that's why ProBio5 works so much better than a typical probiotic. Another big reason is that the Plexus ProBio5 is freeze-dried. Most probiotics are activated by moisture and by temperature. That's why you have to keep them refrigerated. And the sad part is, by the time they reach your gut, which is where they need to go to fight off that bacteria, most of that probiotic is gone because it's been activated and done as it went through your digestive system, your stomach acids, all those things. So the ProBio5 does not have to be refrigerated. It is freeze-dried. So by the time it activates in your body, it's in your gut. So that's why people see so much more results, so much better results, I should say, on the ProBio5 than typical probiotic. The last thing I want to say, and this is not a scientific answer, but is I've seen the results. I have so many friends and family, people that I knew before Plexus that have taken the Plexus ProBio5, people that I have met through Plexus that will tell you, I took, an $80 probiotic, or I took a probiotic from the pharmacy that cost the same as ProBio5, or I took, a probiotic that my doctor recommended for years and years and years, and I never could tell a difference. I just took it because I was supposed to. And when they added or traded for ProBio5, the results were incredible. I have seen testimonies of eczema, psoriasis, foot warts, foot fungus, all sorts of skin issues, but all sorts of autoimmune disease. Because what happens in your body, that bad bacteria, I had someone ask me once, where does that bad bacteria come from? I'm like, I don't know. I know how we feed it, but I don't know where it came from. I did a little research. You know where it comes from? You're born with a little bit of that bacteria in your body for the sole purpose of breaking down your body after you die. So what's happening is we're feeding this bacteria that is attacking our body as we're alive. That's why gut health is so essential to autoimmune diseases, because what's happening is we're feeding this bacteria that's attacking the systems of our body. So that's why it's so connected. And then in the medical field, I'm very thankful for doctors. My husband went to one this morning and needed to go. So I'm very thankful for doctors. But in the medical field, we often treat things with medicines that act as a Band-Aid. So people with autoimmune diseases are taking medicines that are then even further weakening their gut, which that's the very reason that they're being attacked. So anyway, all of that to share. I have seen so many testimonies of ProBio5 and the difference it's made in autoimmune issues, the difference it's made in depression and anxiety, the difference it has made in countless other things. So my non-scientific answer is that it works, and I've seen it work. So I hope that answers some questions, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.